In this section, we're going to be covering your trigger foods, known as your food choice. That's the brand name, but I call them understanding your food triggers. So there are 7 major food triggers: gluten, lactose, salt, alcohol, caffeine, histamines, and general response to food allergens. Now, not everyone has triggers to all of these. Some people do. And in fact, most people have some of these as food triggers. So the importance of this section is that you're going to learn what foods are genetic no-nos for you going forward. And that these are hardwired. And there's not really a lot of negotiation or wiggle room on these, unfortunately. If someone is, for example, or yellow or red dot for gluten, that means that you have a real genetic risk for celiac disease. So gluten is off the table, and that's not really arguable. If you've got some problems with caffeine, like a red or yellow dot in caffeine. I'm a red dot in caffeine, for example, and I can get caffeine-induced anxiety and depression. Caffeine is off the table. I mean, unless it's in an emergency where you need to have a boost of energy where it's absolutely critical for function, that you have it, but you're going to have, anxiety and depression as a consequence of that. So this section is very useful. It's not really always, quote, good news for people. It's because some people really want to have whatever foods are in the yellow and red, but it's just the genetic roll of the dice, and that's how you landed. I've got my own unfortunate combinations of yellows and reds in this section, and it's frustrating, but I'm way healthier for following the advice of this section on my genetic food triggers. And so I really encourage you to take what's described here very seriously, because these are genetic no-nos, and they're hardwired, and they're not going away. So I hope this clarifies. Told me to be a downer, but it's not really a downer. It's just more like, what's the reality? Like, would you rather eat according to your personal genetic reality or live in denial? And I'm hoping, if you're watching this series of videos, that you're into genetic reality, however unpleasant the reality may be. So here we are. Here's your genetic reality, and I sympathize. I really do. I've got plenty of yellow and red dots I wish I didn't have. And it is what it is, and it'll be initially probably some difficulty in adapting to the reds and yellows that you have, and shifting your diet accordingly, and then navigating, your home space and social space and all the rest of it, given your genetic reality and other people not sharing your genetic reality. That's real. That's challenging, and it's reality. So you'll have my support through this, and deep sympathy if you're struggling with this, because I know what that's like. And just trust me, that's worth it in the end to really adhere to your genetic realities.